right. How about let's get going. While we decide how much falling damage you guys might take, who knows? Why don't we do a get to know your character question? I did like the how early do you get up in the morning, but that's not on our list. But that's our bonus question. So somebody roll a D100 and then also answer 100. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. So answer this, and if you want, also how early does your character get up in the morning? What currently is your character most curious about? I'm gonna pick on Falvin since you rolled first.
I think right now Falvin has finally moved away from the kind of innate fear and flight response from whatever this doom thing is that's following him to more of a curiosity and whatever it is, I've done what I can to prepare kind of state.
Mm-hmm.
So he's most curious about this doom that follows him.
I love that. You've spent 100 years almost just running from it at the first sign, and now you're maybe close to ready to facing it.
Yeah, I got a crew. Fuck it.
Let's quote all that. I like that. I got a crew. Fuck it. Okay. Let's say Theagenes. What is Theagenes most? How early does Falvin get up in the morning?
It depends on whether or not he's preparing a prank. If he's preparing a prank, usually he tries to get it around 3 a.m. It seems that's when certain other members are typically asleep. But he's trying to rotate his sleep schedule because sometimes it's not the case.
Right.
And wily people only sleep a certain number of hours. So, it alters. I'll say on an average morning, I'm likely to get up between 6 and 7.
Love it. Okay. Sweet. All right, Theagenes, what is Theagenes most curious about right now? And just as point of order, this does not have to be character knowledge between each other. If you say this, it doesn't necessarily mean that the party knows and understands this.
Well, I was going to say the ineluctable doom that awaits us all. I'd really like to know what that is.
Yeah. Do you just mean the natural process of death kind of thing?
Well, he does and doesn't want to know, because he doesn't know the meaning of everything that the fates have shown him, and he also tries to forget things. So, but he has suspicions about what happens to us after we die, and that's a lot of what he's curious about and also scared of.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I'm glad we got this one. And how early does Theagenes get up in the morning?
I would say at dawn.
At dawn.
And get started on his divination.
Don't talk to me until I've had my fates in the morning.
Exactly.
Let's ask Shade. What is Shade most curious about?
I mean, there's a few things he's kind of concerned about, but curious. Probably the thing he would be the most curious about is Delia herself as a deity, and what that could mean for Sprout and the future. If it will basically disrupt some amount of the kind of the current status quo of the Five and the Titans, or at least the twins, and whether or not Sprout is going to end up playing a starring role in some of that.
That's a great answer. It also sort of follows up last week's question, which I think was about like religious worship. So not me furiously taking notes / aka recording the session. And how early does Shade get up in the morning?
Shade would typically get up.
I mean, he's running around the house at like 3 a.m, but you know, like slightly before dawn.
Yep.
Gotcha. Oh man. How about Theo? What is Theo most curious about right now?
How loud certain explosions can be.
It's making a whole belt full of grenades. How loud will this one be?
Pretty curious about the interaction between certain chemicals and the reactions of those and how to make them larger.
Yeah.
When it comes to an explosive payload. But also for a healing payload too. But the thing is, you can't tell which one I'm shooting at you. So.
So we won't know until the last second and Theo turns on us.
You traitor!
Every time you're like near death and you see a grenade headed towards your face, is like, is this gonna kill me?
Is this the big one?
Is this it?
Are we good, Theo? Are we good?
They all have smiley faces painted on the front, so you don't know. Oh, I love that. And how early does Theo get up in the morning?
He will. It's kind of sporadic because it depends on if he was up late working on something, then he'll sleep in. Otherwise, if he's not working on anything, then he'll probably wake up at dawn. This is a medieval time period, so light at night is a luxury.
Man, immersive as hell. Hell yeah. Look at that. All right. And then if Magus wants to close us out, what is Magus most curious about?
Magus is most curious about the Oath of Peace. And like right now, the Oath of Peace and its specific terms and how in the world like Damon and like the gods were able to negotiate it when they were in a non they didn't have a strong position going into that.
Right.
Because he figures like if we're going to take the route of trying to renegotiate an oath of peace instead of outright fighting the Titans, guess who's the party diplomat?
Theo.
No.
I don't see why this would be a problem.
Not my diplomat.
It would get resolved real quick.
It is I, Castle!
Here to... As part of this new Oath of Peace, the heroes of the Five must wear diapers everywhere they go.
He's going to be the emissary, just watch, and he's going to start a war.
That's great. I mean, yeah, part of it with the Oath of Peace is, you know, it was a bloodbath on both sides. I mean, the Titans were, you know, like the dragons did work. And so they, you know, but that is a question. Like, you would think that the Titans would still have the upper hand, even at sort of a stalemate there. This is where I, the DM, go, curious, and then move on. And how early Falvin doesn't, or sorry, Magus doesn't, I have Falvin's character sheet open on my screen, which is why I keep saying Falvin.
Yeah, you do.
For reasons.
Naturally.
Magus doesn't.
His betrayal meter is going up recently. I wonder what that's about.
Magus doesn't technically sleep, but you know or he doesn't have to sleep. So.
So I think in his normal pre-adventuring life, it was canon that he would like stay out until 2 a.m. partying and then get up at dawn, because he only needs 4 hours.
Right.
Under current circumstances, it would probably be closer to midnight to 4, but can change depending upon the necessity of watches and whatnot.
Okay. Or if you're trying to, catch Falbin pranking.
Oh, yeah. At that point, it's whenever Falbin goes to sleep plus 4 hours.
You have to sleep sometime, little man. Oh, man. Great.
I mean, depending on what he's attuned to, he might not get to sleep.
It's so true.
That is very good.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the DM should pick one of the characters that he acts as to answer the question.
Oh, like an NPC?
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's actually, that's a great idea. You guys pick.
Pythor.
Pythor. Okay. What is Pythor most curious about? Ooh. Okay, and you guys have to promise that this isn't like meta knowledge, right? I mean, I'm not going to give you any like campaign altering secrets. I just mean,
Sure.
Falbin puts down his notepad and pen.
Theo picks up his notepad and pen.
Let's see. Pythor is curious about. Pythor is curious about Hexia. And and what his future looks like with her still in it. And he gets up whenever last night's vintage wears off. Who knows? Yeah.
Cool.
I like it.
Cool.
That was a good idea.
Fortunately-
Theo, I'm going to give you inspiration for suggesting that. That's also this. You guys, all your answers are so steeped in the setting. You guys have like bought in, and that is like a DM's dream. Like I think so many DMs run a game, and the players are like, "What is the name of this country called again?" Or like, who are the two main factions again?
Gryffindor and Slytherin.
Exactly. Anyway, you guys have an impressive command of the source material, and I really appreciate that. So, yeah,
And
cool.
I appreciate the world that you have made for us to enjoy.
I've
I
only
appreciate your appreciation.
I've only brutalized and modified it to my own enjoyment.
As do we all.
Yes. All right, cool. That was great. Who would be down for doing our recap?
I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, sweet.
Do it.
I'll need a backup, I'm sure. So, we started looking at this island, and we're like, this doesn't look anything like what we thought it was supposed to look like. Massive tree. It's absolutely not mountainous, as we expected. So we do some exploring. We check it out. Walk around in the jungle a bit. Find some delightful new avian friends. And we then send Rue up as a scout that is trustworthy.
It worked great.
And
When he comes back, we're like, you sure you're not lying?
comes back, tells us exactly what he saw, which was large birds. Magus says, couldn't be birds. Large birds? No, it's got to be something different.
I
But he
think that
says,
was Falbin.
so he says, I need to go up there and see. Can you take me up there? So Drew takes him up there. He sees for himself after almost dying and falling off and everything else, that they really are just massive bird chicks in a massive nest on top of this massive tree.
The falling was intentional.
That's what they all say.
Falling with style. Flying. Then he came back. Then we all got up the tree in various forms, be it either with pittons or any other climbing method at our disposal.
Potions of
I
climbing.
had Rue potions of plant climbing as well. I had Rue fly me up, and we mercilessly slew all of these chicks. And this was a real bonding moment between Theo and the group, that they are finally embracing his methodology and his ideals. And it really was a team-building experience. Icing on the cake.
On that note, like sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm doing all this stuff that is like involving some of the other players' backstories and stuff, and like less so about Theo, but I completely overlook all the times that there have been just entire episodes dedicated to birds. You know, like it's not even intentional. It's not even okay. So the bird NATO was intentional, but like this, not at all intentional until we got here. I'm like, oh shit, this is a Theo episode.
A Theo special.
Anyway, I just had to comment on that.
Two points about this. Number one, I don't know if the bird thing has ever been explained to me. I just know that Theo hates birds for
episode one. It's not a hate.
No, Theo pays homage to nature by killing it.
So,
as we heard last time.
It's come up before. Theo doesn't do this out of malice or hate or anything like that. He does it because he wants to better understand the mechanics of flying and how birds do it. It's more of like an interest rather than out of malice or just doing it because he's doing it. There's a goal to it. He's studying them. He's learning flight. He's learning that so that he can put that to Rue and make Rue more efficient at flying and being better at being Rue, essentially.
So instead of asking any number of druids who can cast animal friendship, we're just shooting them all, which I agree with.
I've got to kill it. I got to study it. I got to dissect it. I got to learn how everything moves together.
It's sword logic. You gain their power. Yeah.
And Theo's very much about results. He doesn't make them suffer. He kills them quickly.
Yeah, he does. That nat 20 last time.
Exactly. So it's not anything morbid or
malicious.
And
it's
Matt,
not murder, it's disassembly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Matt,
exactly.
if you ever listen to like the first episode, which there's an abridged version of, Tim had recorded a like a little character intro where he's like doing a dialogue with him and Rue, and they're on this like bird hunt, and so it from the beginning it was like just a core like a trait of Theo. So
I see. Okay. The second thing was that not having been there, when you said bird NATO, I heard bird. I heard like Bird North Atlantic Treaty Organization or something.
I'm pretty sure Theo has angered them as well.
Oh,
probably.
All their talons are exactly the same size so that they can trade out if they need. That's amazing. Bird NATO. Wow. Oh God. Good questions.
That needs to be canon now.
Bird NATO. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Where were you at in the recap? No, you're good. I that was a great aside.
We killed the chicks,
the birds. Yep.
And we were now trying to figure out what we were going to do with the nest because we want to hatch our dragon eggs up there. That's the whole reason we came to the island. And if there's chicks, then there has to be a mama and a papa somewhere. And if the chicks are this big, then they're probably exponentially large as well. So, plan of attack and recap.
Amazing. Yeah. Take your inspiration. I guess you've gotten 2 inspiration at the outset of the session, which I think is a record.
I feel inspired.
You should be. And you have all those luck points. Don't forget that you have luck points.
I always use the luck first, and I've been saving the inspiration.
That's smart. That's smart. Okay, cool. Did we miss anything? I think that was pretty comprehensive.
There's a fair bit of just RP.
The fishing.
You people need to go back and listen to. Yeah, there was the fishing. There was the revelation that Magus's maternal grandmother worships Sidon, which isn't at all a problem.
Oh yeah, that was last session. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
There was the big speech.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to clarify that Magus did not doubt Rue. It's just that Rue said that there was some scrawlings in Draconic on the tree, and Magus wanted to go up and read them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, he was fucking with you. Tim, I really appreciate that. I feel like we have really gotten into a perfect groove of like DM/player ownership of an NPC /
joint custody.
Just
Rube.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, and Shade talked to Ryzerand again.
Yep.
In his quarters, and Ryzerand is still in sort of an odd state of affairs. He's not sure if he's alive or dead. He's not sure.
He's in limbo.
He's in limbo. Time isn't really traveling or passing the way it is for you. And he's not, he gave Shade an encouragement to not kill himself trying to find Ryzerand, that they had their time together. And, that means that Shade is just going to give up on the whole thing, right? So,
wash my hands of that, move on to the next stage of life, right?
yeah. So, I think that was about it. And Megas, just so you know, I did send a few of my DM friends the transcript of your speech, and they quite enjoyed it. That was very good. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so here we are, and I'm trying to remember exactly where we left off in media res. You guys are up on top of this severed tree. The bark, and now that you look down, the surface of the tree, which has been hewn, is wood. It is like not like a redwood, but a very tall, straight trunk, but it does have this sort of silvery tint to it, which sort of matches the legend of the nymph from Kyra's story about the constellation.
From my experience performing sacrifices, does the act of burning the sacrifice with sacred fire damage the ground beneath it?
No, I think that, I don't know if we exactly confirmed it, but I think the intention was in any sacrifices so far, what you deem to be, or what you set up to be the pyre of your sacrifice is consumed, but it does not really damage anything else.
Okay.
So for the purpose, like, to dumb it down, if you're making the nest essentially the pyre for a sacrifice, it will consume the nest, will not consume the tree below.
Right. Cool.
Like where we gotta stand.
Yeah, you're never in this game going to cause like a radiant wildfire, if that makes sense.
Well, that takes out half my ideas for science.
No, I've always wanted to start one of those.
I mean, if you've played Divinity Original Sin 2, you can literally make that, so that's fun. Anyway. But yeah, that's the answer.
Shade's first order of business would be to suggest we search the nest as thoroughly as we can before we try moving, sacrificing, burning, whatever we're going to do. Since we found that tablet, we should probably check to make sure there's not other things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Jade presents that to the party.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like a good idea.
Are we trying to make a sacrifice before the mother of these creatures shows up, or
I think
are we going to stay?
Ideally, yes. So that ideally, we can make the sacrifice and hatch the eggs before the mother shows up, or hatch our dragon eggs.
I'm gonna guess that this thing can. I mean, if it does show up, that it can push us with, airbending or whatever. And it might be a good idea to fasten ourselves to the tree somehow instead of worrying about. Instead, we could stick some pythons in and tie ourselves to anchors. That way, we wouldn't fall all the way down.
That's
10 pitons.
I mean, wow, that's like such a simple solution that we've been like arguing over the geometry of casting spells while in free fall and stuff. And he's like, why don't we just like tie a rope?
Just a thought.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
same thing as you do on a ship.
How about we search the nest and then majority of people go down and fasten themselves to the lower area, and I'll sacrifice the nest to get rid of it, because I don't know how else we're going to clear this tree. And it'll be big and bright and hopefully only take an hour. And then we prepare for quite probably inevitable mama conflict.
But we are setting a beacon.
Yes.
Crazy how that happens. One point of order is that if you don't have pitons, I am okay with you using a weapon, a sharp weapon, something that does piercing damage, to stick into the ground. You won't have access to it as a weapon, but it will perform the same purpose as a piton.
You get those with the Dungeoneers pack, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, Shade bought 10 of them, didn't he? So.
Okay, so we're all good.
Oh, okay.
Can Falvin roll like a nature check to see if he knows what animal these are? And
Yeah.
If he would be able to describe what we're looking at for a potential mama.
Nature check is perfect. Go ahead and roll that. That's a 28. Yeah, you know exactly what this is. The bright blue, ruffly plumage at the neck and the sort of red skin around the face and beak, red tail. This is very much a rock. ROC rock. They are massive. They do not. Well, there's enough history from outside Thelia, enough storybooks that stories people have brought from outside Thelia, that you would know that rocks are not. They do not only exist in Thelia. They're not native to. It doesn't mean that they are. Sorry, it doesn't mean that they came from somewhere else. They're just not exclusive to Thelia.
Right.
And at least in the in one land that you've heard of, they were created or bestowed power by the god of giants to allow giants to ride upon them in order to fight dragons.
That's badass.
Yeah. So you would know that at least in their domesticated purpose, they are anti-dragon tools.
Okay. And would I know anything about like immunities or resistances or anything that are natural to the creature?
Fair. Let's see. Give me a minute.
Okay.
we'll do
Let's go back
something.
to pitons and ropes.
Yeah.
And as you light the beacon, you hear the unmistakable approach of Dwayne Johnson.
Damn it, that was gonna be my joke.
Classic.
He goes.
Classic.
Does he smell what we're cooking?
Oh my god. Wow. Yeah. Oh, so you do not know that they have any specific resistances or immunities.
Okay. I would share the capable dragon killingness nature and the strength of these monsters to my party.
The last sort of key information I would give you is that they have they fly very fast, and they are enormous at full size. Rumors of full-sized rocks can have wingspans of upwards of 200 feet or more.
Wow.
So think like
killing
the
these
size of a
things is
747 or bigger.
Probably without the bolts, though.
No, the bolts and the nuts would be there though.
Yeah, it flies in and then just sort of falls apart before it gets to you. 2024, topical, love it. Okay, so that was a great nature roll. So you get a lot for that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Falbin would go about setting up his piton and rope.
Okay.
Do we want to investigate this thing first, or search the nest?
Yeah, I think that
Yes.
Shade had suggested that. Whoever wants to investigate, go ahead and roll for investigation.
Ooh.
Who's got the best investigation?
An open roll. I'm going
Theoretically, I do, but I rolled a 2.
With a +9 modifier, that's pretty great. All right, so it's an 11 from Magus, 27 from Falbin, 15 from Shade. Does Theagenes or Theo also want to look around?
This is
I'm
your
working on it.
opportunity to shine.
Yeah, I think I might as well hop on the train. I am proficient.
Hey, 24 and a 12. All right, so Shade, you find you guys are mostly sort of coming around the outside of the nest. You know, it's very thick and hard to dig in through. Shade, you find a couple more of these runes, and it seems that they are arrayed in somewhat of a circle, at least from the 3 or 4 that you've found. If you project it out, it would probably be a circle about 75 feet in diameter, doing your quick maths. And the runes actually, they're just different. They're different colors and materials. So you find a rune that just says gold, a rune that says silver, a rune that says red, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And Theo and Falbin, you each find another tablet similar to the one that Magus found. And do either of you speak Draconic? I'm trying to remember.
I do not.
Me, I don't think I do. I'll double check.
Okay, so you find things to bring to Magus or Shade.
I would take it back to Magus, and I would say I would mumble something kind of quietly along the lines of like, "And I didn't get eaten."
Well, you don't get Featherfall. I go to quietly fraying Falbin's rope.
Falbin's like, at least this rope will protect me, and Magus is like, I'm afraid not. I had to. So Magus, Falbin and Theo run up to you like excited children on the playground, having dug up a rock that they're proud of, and they And they I'm just kidding. It's much more epic and heroic than that. They
Yeah,
hand
it's like
you,
a big rock.
yeah. Rue's like, you ever seen anything like that before? No, I don't think so. It looks like Texas. Anyway, so they hand you these. This is a serious campaign. They hand you these tablets, and the first one that you found that you dove off the tree after grabbing was very positive. It was very much this place is perfect for hatching dragons. You know, the runes are good. The runes are really good.
Right.
That's all that one says. And the second one is a little more dour. The second one, the writing style seems to be the same author, except the author describes some hard times. There have been more storms in the vicinity lately. One egg, unfortunately, was lost. The winds, the rain, the swells carried it away, and it was lost. Does
it mention what kind of egg it was?
Roll a d10. No, it doesn't.
I need new dice.
They're virtual. You can just go change them.
So it says that this is still the best stopping point between the islands to the southwest and the mainland, and there is trust that this is still a good place to come and to either lay eggs or to hatch eggs, or to, you know, there are multiple ways to create dragon offspring, not necessarily like birds, like fertilized eggs. A dragon might just create one with its own magical essence. A dragon might, anyway, there's lots of ways. It doesn't list all the ways that you can make a dragon in this tablet. It just says that
dragon sex ed.
Exactly. Yeah. You're changing metallic and chromatic bodies, and
Instant ramen set. Add water.
and the last thing this second tablet mentions is that the tree at the center of this island is growing at a rapid pace year after year, and the tree that once was 30-40 feet tall at its cutoff point is now double that. And maybe something to do with all the draconic energy that has lighted upon this place over the years. The third tablet is a bit like the one in Lord of the Rings, where the drums in the deep, kind of. Mm-hmm. Basically, it describes a sighting of this massive bird way overhead, seemingly scouting this island. And then there is a very desperate, scrawled description of a battle that took place between this giant bird and a dragon that was nesting here. The dragon had a stash with it, as well as the eggs. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it seemed like all was lost, and the dragon was killed, and the inscription eventually cuts off because he died. So.
Okay. So yeah, it seems like this tree started growing even back when the island was used as a nesting area for dragons, and then the rock came and killed a dragon and dispersed its nest. There might actually be a dragon horde somewhere on this island if we are able to look around for it later. But yeah.
Falbin, you also, when you're digging around for this tablet, you find some coins. You find, let's see, you find
3 copper coins.
You find 15 gold.
Yeah, I do.
You know, you're basically our team's leprechaun. You walk around and you literally just produce gold. And you take apart an animal and somehow you produce gold. I'm going to call you the alchemist.
Well, thank you, adventure.
Right.
So I guess one thing I would kind of question is the area in which I found the coins.
Kind of scattered. Like as you're digging
Okay,
around,
so it
you
wasn't
find
like it was centralized.
no. There's like 1 or 2 here, 2 or 3 there.
Okay. I would pocket the 15 gold. I would mention it to the party and say, maybe there's more underneath the nest. And I would question if Magus understands what the melting point of gold would be and whether or not that's applicable for the case of burning the nest.
Let me get back with you on that.
All right.
Has Shade told the group about his conversations with Io?
I would have told you what happened in my vision when I woke up screaming and on fire.
Okay. So we are aware that there is a god of dragons named Io.
Yeah, you'd also be aware that he doesn't normally involve himself with mortals,
Except in the affairs of dragons. Because
except
he really cares
in
about
the
dragons.
specific affairs of dragons.
And we are about to fight a giant enemy of dragons. So I propose that we sacrifice this rock nest as a specific favored or enemy of dragons to Io and beseech his aid in the conflict with Mama. And if people aren't finding any more gold, just include what gold is here as kind of like a, last rites of what dragons perished here. If it gets consumed in the sacrifice.
I'm just kind of chuckling because I'm like, 3 seconds later, DM announces 24,000 gold is offered to Io.
Don't give me any ideas.
Falbin's on board with this. I guess that's fine.
I mean, it seems very applicable. I like it.
Works for me.
All right. So then, let's see. How confident are we in the ropes?
Oh, I'm so confident. I've got silk rope for mine, and that's got a DC of 17. So.
So
Yeah, I don't think you can do better than that.
Because I was just wondering if we wanted to call the Keladone to be flying around the midway point of the tree just in case anyone falls off.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
I mean, yeah, I like backup plans.
Contingency plans.
I mean, I have complete faith in in our robes. But yeah, the backup plan is that.
Okay, so DM, how strict is our policy on sending stones?
W-
We've kind of used them a little
explain.
bit fast and loose. So specifically, rules as written: a sending stone once per day allows you to cast the sending spell. So it's a 25 words there, 25 words back, once per day. We've kind of been using them a bit looser than that.
Yeah, I mean, you have like 19 other methods of calling somebody magically.
But those take spell
And
slots.
Well, yes, but that's resources, baby.
Yeah.
He says hesitantly.
Okay, in that case,
Well, hold
I
on.
would
How
like to
many sending stones are there?
I have one, and the helmsman has another.
The
Has the
helmsman.
magic.
Screw it. It's a magic walkie-talkie.
Cool. If you didn't say that, I was going to have Sprout use this pool of water down here for magic mirror. But
Troublemaker.
I mean, you could do that for practice.
I think that takes a bit longer, so I'm going to use the magic walkie-talkie.
Okay. Rocky-talkie.
And I will, I will contact the helmsman and let him know there was a rock nest up here. There might be a returning mama rock, so maybe get the Ultros ready for that. It should be concentrating on us, though, up at the top of this thing. And if he could send the Keladone up to us.
He says, "Who is this?" No,
Walkie-talkie. Who dis?
do you want him to send the Keladone up empty?
If the Keladone takes damage, it would destroy the contents of its bag of holding, correct? If the Keladone were to be destroyed.
I would say that the bag of holding would be emptied and scattered.
Right.
Yeah,
At this
we
point-
want the Keladone empty.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure that you didn't like already load the eggs up into it. You just are bringing the Keladone up
Yep.
on its own. Okay. Not a problem.
So I propose we take a short rest, regain some hit points. Maybe I'm the only one who needs to regain hit points. And then get the Pythons put in, and then send the Keladone down to start circling at about halfway down the tree to catch anyone if they fall. And or maybe we wait to send it down until we actually see a rock approaching.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's do that.
And then, ready the pitons, and then Magus will want to take Shade up because Shade's the one who's communed with Io to help him with the sacrifice.
Okay. Any other notes?
Falbin would reiterate the speed that rocks travel at.
Yep. And this sacrifice is going to take an hour. Yeah.
Should be fine. I don't see anything going wrong with this.
Yep. All right.
Okay. What are we rolling here? Oh, you're healing.
Short rest to die.
Right. Oh, I've never seen that. All right.
Yeah.
We don't do enough short rests. All right. So, okay. Shade and Magus begin preparations for this sacrifice. Is there anything in particular that you're doing? Shade, if you want to roll a religion check, you can do that at advantage. If you're looking for things that maybe Rizaran told you about the big man, as he calls him.
Yeah, I will do that at advantage. And this is why I don't normally roll religion checks.
Wow.
Woof.
He's a really big dragon with glowy multicolored eyes, And
He-
that's
He's
about
in-
all I know.
He's in charge.
So
Come
I'm
over
not.
here, open your shirt.
I'm not gonna give you nothing for this. You didn't roll a 1. It's a 9. You remember Rizeran telling you about a rite that he had performed in the past. The only thing you can remember about it, though, is that there was blood.
Yeah, so, blood.
Blood offered.
So I guess maybe offer some blood?
Okay. And all right,
Magus,
the
if
two
you
of
want to
us-
roll a religion check to
Yes.
try to make
Yes, I would.
you don't know anything about IO, but I'm gonna let you use the results of this roll to like make an educated guess on what this might mean
What the
in
heck?
practice.
I rolled a 3.
Whew. I mean, do you want to inspiration it or anything?
I was saving the inspiration for the rock.
You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I'm just
You can
giving
do
you
whatever you want.
I'm going to use inspiration in the hopes that like this will allow like the advantage against the rock that the inspiration would have granted me. So we're going to try that again. What the heck? I have not rolled above average yet this time. This session.
I
Okay.
guess you've finally caught on to Falbin's prank then.
So with a 16,
Needed my dice.
with a 16, that's an above average result. It's pretty good. Your best guess is that anyone participating in the rite, anyone who would typically wish to receive a benefit or a blessing, and keep in mind this is just in general, not for IO specifically. You would all want to offer a bit of your own blood. Usually that is, taking a dagger, making a slash in your palm, drops of blood. Nothing life-threatening, but that is your best guess as to how that might be used in practice.
Okay. I pull out my short sword and say, "All right, Shade, kneel down." No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Give him a clean death, a soldier's death.
It'll probably just need a bit of blood from both of us.
Is this, like, wouldn't it be anybody who wants the boon?
Yeah, that is
I mean-
kind of what I was meaning.
Dude,
So the whole
do we
party
all want-
should...
I mean, I figure you and me specifically, since we're planning on hatching dragons here. I guess anybody else want to join in on this?
I will, but I
Anybody
will
else
not.
want to join in on the bloodletting? I'm good.
It's times
He'll
like
pull out
these I'm
one of
glad
his
I don't have
hand
any.
Sweet.
Theo's over there like, oh, I could tell him, but I don't think he'll be very keen. He's already got the dragon, you see.
So anybody who is giving blood, roll a d4 of slashing damage.
I swear, if this rolls a 4...
Whew. Diogenes cuts deep. Diogenes doesn't play around.
Nope.
Shade has shed enough blood in his rituals. Enough blood and fur. All right, cool. Little do you guys know that the rock has an ability that affects creatures who have taken. It has Toll the Dead. No, I'm just kidding. Haha, you fools.
You fallen perfectly into my trap.
I guess I'll have Bullbug also do that. So he'll take 3 slashing.
You can take it.
Sprout says, "Do I cut myself too?"
Does she have blood?
I have sap.
You
Does that
want to
count?
be actively fighting a giant rock?
No,
It's a giant bird.
I am good out here.
Okay, then yeah, you don't need to.
Cool. All right, sweet. And yeah,
And I guess I'm to start the ritual. I'm also going to ask Shade to like open his shirt and like so I'll place my hand on like the glowing mark that was put there by Io as an attempt to further commune and sacrifice this rock nest to the god of dragons.
okay. You guys can move your tokens off of the flaming.
We're staying right here.
Falvin stands adamantly in the center. This
It's-
is where the gold is at!
It's pretty cold up here. We should probably huddle for warmth.
That's good. So you guys stand aside from the nest. You have gone around the perimeter and carefully dripped some of the blood that you've drawn from your own veins. The eggs have been placed in the middle, or not the eggs, the chicks. And what does Shade say, sort of to kick this off?
That'd be a hard one. You just gonna say
If you had rolled higher in your religion, I would have given you a specific thing to say, but this is all you, baby.
it's like just kind of like look out kind of up into the clouds or sky or whatever and be like, great Io, please accept our offering. And like he's not the typical sacrifice ceremony guy, so that's what he's got.
Kyra says, "It's okay, Shade. I'll dress it up a bit in the description."
No,
great.
leave it as raw. Just that's it.
Yep. Let
if
it roll.
If you say so. But sure enough, the moment the words escape your lips, the blinding white radiant fire begins to pop up, concentrated in the areas where you placed your blood, and the nest begins to burn. And you know, in the past, it's taken about an hour. This is, by volume, much larger than other sacrifices, but it might still take an hour. You don't know. So, what are you guys doing right now?
Falvin would go into sentry mode and be scanning horizon with all of the natural perception that he can muster.
Okay.
Yeah, they all would be right there doing the same thing.
Shade's helping finish setting pitons and tying ropes and getting everybody situated so no one's falling off if we can prevent it.
Okay. Where are you guys situating yourselves with these pitons? I'm assuming you have. Are they 30-foot sections of rope or 50-foot?
50.
Okay. So wherever you end up, you will have basically a maximum of 50 feet of movement from that point.
I think it would make sense to put them like over here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is right in this area. Over
Okay.
here. Kind of over there.
Do we want to be fighting on the upper level or on the lower level?
I think we want the option of either, if we can.
Okay.
Because this lower level is how far down? Was it 20 or 30 feet?
It's 20 feet.
20 feet, yeah.
Yeah. Also,
So if we put
Falvin
the
would
pitons,
remind
like, kind
about
of over
the
here.
wingspan and the giantness of it, and like, you know, it would be pecking at us from 20 feet of advantage if it lands.
Okay.
Everybody's like, sure, it's that big. Yeah.
I don't know. Shade trusts Smallman's thing about animals. Like he's known what's up for everything he's harvested. He's got a knack
Falvin
for
starts
that.
singing Dr. Doodle, talk to the animal.
Never question our leprechaun.
He's an Irishman at heart. His favorite color, sure, it must be green.
I mean, he did specifically get green clothes, so
That is true.
See?
In this episode, Falbin's Irish. I love it. Okay. So let's have Falbin and Theo roll perception checks as you guys are scanning the horizons. Horizon?
Yes, sir.
Just the one. Just the one horizon.
Horizons.
23 from Falbin.
We're going to perceive all of the things.
And a 23
Wow.
from Theo.
nice.
So you guys are sentry mode, like Falbin said. Turning and scanning the mostly clear skies. There are patches of cloud. It's a bright day. I should actually probably advance the time a bit. It's about 10 in the morning. And you both are looking in different directions and scanning, and you sort of come together towards the same point, and you both stop. Something catches your eye. You both see something at the same time. And it, in the sky, its apparent size is about, like if you were to hold your thumb out at arm's length, it'd be about like a quarter the width of your thumb. So like maybe like a quarter inch of apparent size in the sky.
Oh, that's not bad.
How long does it take to summon that hut?
10 minutes.
Too long. Okay. I would look over to Theo and I would say, "Do you see that right there?"
Yeah, I see the thumb-sized thing on the horizon.
Given that I know how fast rocks travel and that this could
And how
be a
big they
rock,
could be.
I would alert the party that this may be it and it might be on its way.
I will say also, because I did the math, you would guess that it is about 2 miles away.
Yeah.
But you don't know if it has seen you yet. It doesn't appear to be like headed directly at you. It's just sort of flying.
Oh, we better
Okay.
change that. Light it up!
I use major image to, no.
It's already lit up.
Could you fan the flames a little bit more?
Setting the flames.
What could
Just
be
starts
worse than
blowing
one
on the
giant
side of the nest.
flaming bird nest? 2 giant flaming bird nests. So the radiant fire of the nest is growing, but it has not reached its, peak full lighthouse style. So
How hot is it?
How hot is it? Surprisingly not hot. Like, you can get pretty close to it, and there is definitely a warmth to it, like standing in sunlight. But you would guess that if you were being consumed by it, it would be very hot. But it doesn't give off a lot of radiant heat.
Okay.
So
I just keep tending to it.
okay, cool. We'll say another 20 minutes goes by. Falbin and Theo, you guys are just locked onto this thing, and it is every now and then sort of swooping down to ocean level, and you're guessing it is hunting, picking food up out of the ocean, and then returning back to a high elevation to scan. And
It's gonna drop a sea serpent on us.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, so oh my god. Whoever is, I need one volunteer to roll a d20, just a raw d20. Just one volunteer. Okay, go ahead and do that. The fire, the radiant fire in the nest, begins to catch into the area where the chicks are and begins to rapidly build in strength and brightness. And Theo and Falbin, you guys are still trained on this faraway shape. You can see it does a very quick heel turn in air, and the wings start beating downward very quickly. It is now headed in your direction.
Brace yourselves.
I'm religioning as fast as I can.
Pray harder.
Please secure your face masks before assisting others.
I'm going to say that it is going to take roughly 4 minutes for the rock to reach your position.
It's coming fast! It's coming fast!
Swift. Just ready myself for the ensuing battle.
This thing's traveling at 60 miles an hour. Right, no, 30.
So,
yeah, like it 120 feet per turn really doesn't calculate out to insane speeds. You would think it would be faster, so whatever.
Since I could just summon my turret,
mm-hmm.
and it just kind of stays around, can I do that now?
Yeah, for sure.
I would do the small version, and I would put it on shade.
Okay, let me get that out for you.
Ballista.
You got it.
I want to see if it falls like a rock as well.
Falbin would drink his potion of heroism and would prepare a bonus action to use his boots of winding path in the event that he is pushed off, so that he doesn't need to use his rope and hurt his tummy.
Hurt his tummy.
Yeah, you don't want to oof ouch your tum. So
I'll ready my grappling gun as a bonus action in case I fall off.
Okay. Yeah. Note that if you do that, you will be unable to use your reaction for anything else. Or sorry, no, that is erase that. Forget I said that. That's not what that rule means. It just means that you can use your if you use your reaction for something else, you lose that prepared thing. That's what I meant to say.
Actually,
You lose that prepared
I'll
thing.
change it so I'll shoot him as soon as he's within range.
So
like
like
we should stay
if he were to fly by and you made an opportunity attack, you wouldn't still have that bonus action prepared for later.
Right. So, like, I couldn't use my Boots of Winding Path during my turn and then also use it as a reaction.
No, it is used at the first reaction that happens. Well, the first turn, really. So,
Yep.
Because your reaction resets every turn. Okay, so, and we are going to use the Xanathar's Guide for the flying creatures and falling. So if a creature is knocked prone, or if it is reduced to 0 feet movement, or otherwise loses the ability to move, it will fall. And per our rules, it will instantly fall 500 feet. But I am going to use the variation on the rule where that falling distance is reduced by its own flying speed. Or did I see that here or something else? Yeah, subtract the creature's current flying speed from the distance it fell. So if a rock has 120 foot flying speed, it would fall 380 feet rather than 500. So yeah, so we're gonna do that. You guys are preparing some stuff.
I also will use the potion of heroism.
Okay.
Where did we get this potion of heroism?
I think...
I have a charm of heroism.
Oh, interesting.
Is that Did I mislabel it?
You probably missed the chat message. She gave us a potion of heroism, a potion of climbing, what's that? I don't know. Maybe this is from forever ago.
I don't remember.
I don't even.
All
So we had
right.
originally a charm of heroism early in the campaign. Then we got the potion of heroism from the centaurs, and then we just got another potion of heroism from what's her name? Valis.
Okay, I still have my OG charm of heroism.
You guys said that the Keladon will be sort of in a patrol circle partway down the tree, right?
Yeah, about halfway down.
Halfway down.
To intercept anyone who might fall off.
And the way we'll do that is it's going to be kind of a luck roll. I'm not going to track the Keladon's movement every turn. It'll be if you fall off and there's nothing to catch you, you will roll, and depending on the luck of the die, the Keladon will be in a position where it can try to get you.
Yay.
Because, it's a big tree, and the Keladon doesn't have that. It's like a 60-foot movement speed, so... and it might not even see you if it's on the other side. So, all right.
I'll drink this too, then. Since
Falwyn would take this opportunity as a player to remind the party that we want to keep it alive, somewhere we can harvest it, because he wants it harvested for reasons.
No.
No.
Yes.
We'll do what we can, but if it falls, if we happen to kill it and it falls onto the pyre, well...
Well, it wasn't one of the targeted things being sacrificed, so I don't think the flame would take it.
Do you want to step
Maybe.
up on there and see if that works?
do it for science.
Falvin pulls a rat out of his bag and throws it to the fire. What happens?
For real?
Yes, for real.
Okay.
Well played. Well played.
I'm going to say it catches fire.
All right. Falvin turns back and says, "Looks like that would be a problem."
I love that.
Good test.
So do remember though, you don't have to keep it up on this thing. It could fall and land in the water.
Or down in the trees at the base of the thing, or something like that.
It might not be in the most convenient place to then try to harvest it or sacrifice it, and if it falls in the water, there might be other stuff in the water. Who knows? But sea serpents. You guys killed the only sea serpent in existence in Thelia. No, I'm just kidding. I love looking at the chat, the initiative, and seeing all of you with just a little sliver of health missing. This fun. I mean, not all of you. Not all of you. No, it's just something you don't normally see, right? It's like either everybody's healthy or one person, whatever. By the way, you can see the rock real small up on the top left.
Oh, hello.
And that's it. That's
Go ahead.
That's
That
all.
shouldn't be a problem.
That's all it is.
For some reason, the square is a lot bigger than the...
Oh, that thing, that little guy. Don't worry about that little guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's only what is it, a 7x7 square?
Small inbox.
So y'all keep prepping whatever you're prepping, and when everybody's, just tell me when you're green, and then we'll kick off an initiative.
Do I know how to tie a slip knot? Yeah, so you push your fingers into your eyes. No,
Whoa.
you can. So everyone in this party can do a, what is that knot where it's just, if you can't tie knots, tie lots. You just cinch it over and over and over and over again. everyone in this party has that as a basic ability. A Slipknot specifically, I'm gonna say unless you have specifically learned how to do that, probably not. But you can have somebody show you or tie one for you.
Yeah, if anybody has that ability, that's what I want for my rope, just in case I need to quickly, like, free action, release myself, and dive off the edge after someone.
I wish I knew.
Okay.
I think since Shade would probably know how to do that, since you have proficiency with water vehicles.
Yeah. Then I will tie that knot for him.
Cool.
Okay.
Shade, you do get distracted and you play with the loose end of the rope for a few minutes. But
Yes.
Be mad at it with your paw.
I get the spray bottle.
Stop! I'm tying the knot. I'll get that loose end later.
Thank you for being a good sport about that. So you have your Slipknot, and everybody has drank their potions of heroism, and Theo has deployed his Force Ballista. Is there anything else prep-wise that you guys are doing?
I would like to just to be safe. I would like to take like one of my armor straps or something and actually like cinch it down, like tuck the Force Ballista kind of under it so it stays on my shoulder and doesn't get like blown off.
Oh yeah, fair. Okay, yeah. That is cool with me.
Are we gonna try to like hide and surprise it, or are we just gonna start shooting as soon as it's in range?
I think we'd have to move from on top of this thing to hide.
Also,
Like-
Falbin would remind that if it happens to get into the flame, we might not. It might just have problems. We might not
Do
be
we
able
want
to
to fight it
harvest
on the? Do you want to try and fight it on the lower ledge? And do you want to move down there?
I'm just thinking we probably shouldn't all be in the same spot.
Should have thought of that before you staked yourselves down into the ground together.
Not enough rope we can get down there.
Yeah, we have a large walking radius. It's like a ship.
I'm looking quite longingly at my list of AoE abilities here. So to me, you're fine. You're good where you're at. No, I don't want to kill you. I just want to challenge you.
This would almost kill you.
Yes.
I'm gonna move down to like between the two staircases.
Okay. And it does still function as like an inclined surface. It's not really stairs, but it is an incline.
Oh. Wait, so there's no sheer cliffs like this? It's all
there
sloped?
is. So where the stairs are is just a little like a little ramp, basically like a natural incline. It's just not stairs.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well then.
Yeah.
I'll be like down here so I can go up or down those ramps. And so my reaction will be just to shoot then as soon as the thing's in range. And then Rue's reaction would be
I will
if
say
someone-
you'll need to move a bit further to the side to have line of sight. Perfect.
Is this actual water or is
yeah,
it just...
it is water. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Rue's reaction would be if I fall off, he would try to catch me.
And just FYI, the water it will count as difficult terrain, as will moving through the nest if you're doing that for any reason.
I'll be on the edge of the water.
You don't have to. You can be in the water.
Okay. My rope is secured to that rock that's in the water, so I can go up or down.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'm realizing we already have initiative rolled from when the chicks. You guys fought the chicks. I'm comfortable if you want to keep that initiative, or if you guys want to re-roll initiative, you can do that too.
I'm feeling good with it.
Falbin went first, so yeah, love it.
And let's see, Theo, what's the max range on your stuff?
120 with my rifle.
Okay, so we'll basically kick in true initiative once that 120 foot range is reached, and I'm assuming you're going to shoot as soon as you're able to.
Absolutely.
120 foot maximum will be at disadvantage, but if you're taking the shot, that's when we'll kick initiative off.
I believe the sharpshooter lets me.
Oh, does it?
Or the...
Yeah. I think you are correct. Let's see, sharpshooter attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage.
Your maximum, not just your normal range, is 120?
My normal range is 40. My maximum is 120.
Oh, okay. Because with my composite longbow, my maximum is 600. So
what?
Whoa!
Look at me, I'm a badass.
Well, I guess the
How
rules.
does that make sense?
I guess the rules are different for lawyer tigers.
It's just a longbow.
I am comfortable making an adjustment to the range of that. I do feel like 40 120 is a little short. I don't know about making it crazy more. We can actually just ignore the disadvantage range or the advantage. The normal rolling range, we can ignore that since you have sharpshooter, and instead of 120, maybe let's make it. We'll double it. Just say 240.
Nice. And I feel like that plays it. Can we make it an even 250? I
No.
feel like it needs to be exactly 250.
Nope. 240.
Nope.
Sorry.
Okay, so 125 and 250, is that?
It is now 12.
Yeah, but would you give me 2 piggyback rides?
It functions as a club only now.
I am just following my religion, okay?
Take it to the most. I know.
To the most.
I know. All right. So is Shade going to be firing at 600 feet then?
I will fire when Theo fires.
Fair. Okay. A man.
So just do this as a broadside. Like.
Let's see.
Just trying to determine what the opening action will be.
Aggression.
I am going to cast Sickening Radiance
Oh.
in a sphere, in a 35-foot radius sphere above all of us, just so that if it enters the airspace above us, it starts taking damage.
All right. Okay. Cool. And that's concentration.
Yes.
All right.
And then my Eldritch Cannon will shoot whenever it's in.
What is the... Here, I'll phrase it this way. What is the farthest range of any action that you guys are taking?
Probably mine at 240.
240. Okay.
Yep. She's going to follow that.
That's all I need to know, because as soon as we do that, we'll jump into initiative order. So,
Okay.
all right. So let's... You guys wait. For... How long did I say?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. You guys are getting ready and cinching your ropes and casting spells. And this bird is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay, to lean over to Fulman. That's an optical illusion, right?
And bigger.
It's not actually that big, is
and
it?
Bigger.
And Faubin leans over and says,
Bigger. We're fucked. And bigger. And bigger. And bigger. And bigger.
Oh my god.
And bigger. All right. And this thing, you would gather, has a wingspan of about 250 feet. So this thing is...
It's kind of like snug up against the side of the rocks here, the side of the cliff face here.
Yeah, this thing is like cozy, snugged up in this nest. It is this is a little cozy little spot for it. And they're bird of prey eyes, they don't change a lot. They kind of always read intensity, but you see true bloodlust in these eyes as they come your direction. These talons glinting with the sunlight, the massive wings just pushing volumes of air like you've never seen before. And you are as ready as you can be for it. So I'm gonna roll initiative for it. And we'll kick it off with Theo. It is. I mean, we jump into initiative order, but it's still going to be at the distance where Theo and Shade fire at it. So, Falbin, is there anything you are doing as it's approaching?
At 240 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it the most steely-eyed. I'm gonna fucking cut your heart out and turn it into the most glorious gear. It's like lust. That's the gaze I'm giving it.
Huh. Wow. Okay.
Crafting materials.
I love that.
So are you saying you look at the rock coyly?
That's right. You know how rare these are?
Okay.
This is purple worm level, brother.
Shade, you've been holding the draw on this composite longbow for a while, and with your strength, it's really not a problem. And you feel like this is about the time you can hear like Theo pull back the hammer on that musket, and he's about to fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna loose it as soon as I hear that report.
Okay, so you're preparing an action.
I'm holding my action to fire once I hear the musket.
Gotcha. Okay. Theagenes, anything on your turn?
Yes. I am going to.
And at this point, it is 240 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna. Gosh, no. Okay. I will wait.
Okay.
Because I don't think I have anything. Well, let's see. What's the range on that? No, I can't do anything with that. Okay. I'm gonna move here. How far? I guess I'm tied in right here. Is that right? Is there a way I can mark that?
You can use the drawing tool and just like draw a little like X on your spot or whatever.
Okay, drawing tool. Let's see here. Come on. Choop. That's not working.
It's not?
No. Sorry. I'm being really dense.
So take the drawing tool and then in the secondary options that appear, choose like draw freehand or draw polygon or whatever.
Oh, I see. Okay. There we go.
The default option is so you can select a drawing and like move it or delete it.
Okay, I think I just did something. And then
there you go.
Yep, there's my little Y for some reason. Okay.
And you can change, like if you double click on it, you can change the color if you want to like further notate whose it is. Or you can remember. It's whichever works.
I'm gonna move there, and I am gonna.
Does Theagenes have a cape?
No cape.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I was just. You guys see Theagenes like boldly advancing towards the rock. I was going to give you dramatic cape flourishing action, but.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What does that?
His hair moves in the wind.
Beautiful.
Beautifully, yes. Okay. I'm just stand right there, and if it comes within 120 feet of me, I'm going to cast Relevant Psychic Glance at it.
Okay. That'll probably be on its next turn.
Okay.
Sweet. Megas, do you have Sickening Radiance in like a spirit bomb above you? Like
Pretty
just
much, yeah. Largely like directly overhead, like Kyra and Sprout, and then trying to cover the rest of us. So it's like, if it comes within this area, it's going to get hurt.
Yeah, I'll say it's too big to like sneak in under the gaps of. Like, it's gargantuan. It's huge. Oh, and we are using the box rather than the image as its like hitbox. So I can't figure out a way to center the bird on the box, if that makes sense. So for the purposes of opportunity attacks and placement, it is wherever the box is. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Bullbug is also gonna wait. The rock is dashing, so he is flying at 240 feet per round. So Theo, it's dashing, so it is going to close with you guys right now. But Theo, I'm going to let you use your reaction held musket attack, and then Shade also yours too. Nice. 19 is going to hit for 16. 16 piercing.
My foundry just decided needed to reload.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
First blood, y'all.
All right.
First blood.
Grab me, grab this, grab inventory. Pause the longbow. And since it's outside of my 150 foot range, I'm attacking at disadvantage, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Still a 22.
Oh, nice. I could have gotten that 20 on that.
For 13. Piercing. Is this magical or non-magical?
Nope, non-magical.
Okay, so that's going to be 6. Not that it matters. And the and the rock is going to close the distance. Diogenes, you have made yourself quite the target, as you are at the edge of this burning nest that is its home, filled with the charring corpses of its children, and it's going to fly at you. So
that's a bit of an overreaction, don't you think?
No. So it's going to fly at you, and once it reaches you...
Whoa!
It should only... I get to react to it getting within 120 feet of me.
Oh, yes, you do. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
My apologies, sir.
Where's my second? Here we go.
One thing I do want to also note is that, given the size of this thing, if you want to go all Shadow of the Colossus on it, you can absolutely do that. So if you are adjacent to the rock, you can spend half your movement speed to attempt an athletics check to climb onto it. While you are on top of it, you will have advantage on melee attacks. You have to have one hand free to hold onto it. And the rock will not be able to make melee attacks against you, though it can try to shake you off.
Just if, anyone like Calvin wanted to do that.
I mean, it's athletics, so Shade would be a good option too. So you see it coming, and you prepare the Psychic Lance. So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right, it passes the save, but you can see that several clusters of feathers around the head sort of like dislodge in a fray, and it's actually going to lose some hit points. It's going to take 25 damage.
Due to balding.
No, it has a feature. It has a feature called Implacable, where it can choose to succeed on a saving throw and instead will lose a certain amount of hit points. So it is not affected by. It has a limited use of this, but you do still do damage. And
So I do the half damage plus whatever damage it took.
No, it's just going to take a flat amount of damage as it's basically expending its own vitality to shrug off the effects of the spell.
All the effects?
Yes. Oh, sorry. On a successful save? We'll say it still takes this. Yes. Good point. It still takes the successful save effects. It's my bad. This is my first time with a monster that has this feature.
Yeah, what a crappy roll.
Okay, so it'll still take 10 of that psychic. Okay. All right. That's still 35 damage as it flies in, and it is going to attack you, of course, now.
Didn't
So
it use its dash action to close?
Yep.
Hey, you're right. It did. Good call.
Hooray!
Yeah, good call. Okay, so that is its turn. It has closed the distance with you. Theo, it's your turn now.
So he is now on top of us.
Yes.
So I will. Do the same. Spittoon!
It's 20 to hit for 9 piercing. Magical.
Take it. And then I will get Ballista. Fire as well. With my bonus action. Crit!
It's a crit with the ballista.
And so you'll be knocked back 5 feet.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem like a lot when they're that big, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So how much damage does it take from that? Is it?
It took 8.
16. Well, as a crit.
Oh, sorry. It's a crit. Yeah. So the damage is 2d8. So it'd be 16 plus 8. Yeah. So
24.
very nice.
Ooh. Thank you, Tiger Falbin lawyer. And then Rue will do lightning breath is 40 feet. 40 feet. Way up there. Okay, so I'd have to move quite to do that. Pinion Storm is 60 feet. So Rue will move 20 feet closer, do Pinion Storm, and then fly back. So I'm just going to keep him where he's at. If he's not even going to hit.
That's an
so-
8.
I assume that's a miss, so I won't even roll damage.
Yes.
And done.
All right. So as a legendary action, it is going to move its speed towards Theo. So it's gonna reach Theo.
Did it pass through the bubble?
It flew around it.
Damn.
It can clearly see this bubble. It's not going to hit it unless it absolutely has to. And so that's its legendary action. At the bottom of each round, we're going to have a lair action. Isn't that great? Isn't that fun?
I'm so excited.
Did you say a layer action?
A lair action. So
Like we are in a layer, and the layer
Yeah.
has an action.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the rock flies quickly towards the source of its... I guess the Aegines could make an opportunity attack. Oh, wait, no, you already used your reaction this round. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I thought he used his prepared action.
that's a reaction.
That is a reaction.
Oh, that is okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So it flies around the sphere towards Theo, and it's going to hover above you, and it is starting to beat its wings down across the ground. And anybody within 30 feet of Theo needs to roll a strength saving throw.
But not me because I'm in the eye of the storm. So
I think that's just Theo and Rue.
Yep.
nailed it.
No.
Can I use luck?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
And then can I stack Flash of Genius with that?
Yeah.
Also, if you drank a potion of heroism, you can add a 1d4 to that.
Look at that. Because you're under the effect of the bless spell.
Mm-hmm.
I drink the potion, so I'll roll that again. See what I get. And so
Flash of
So
Genius.
that, do I just automatically get to 1d4, or is that a one-time only type of thing?
No, it is for the next hour, I think. It's every saving throw and every attack roll.
Yep.
So 16, and then with your Flash of Genius, you do pass. You're able to dig in your heels. Go ahead and roll that for Rue, though.
Okay. Strength save. And I will Flash of Genius for Rue.
Can you do that how many times per turn?
Great question.
Flash of Genius,
I am
it's a
trying.
reaction, so you use it for yourself, so you're not able to use it for Rue.
Okay, then I won't use it for Rue, and he does not get a 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't use my inspiration on him.
You can spend an inspiration for Rue, yeah.
I mean, he's a flyer, so how bad could it be?
Yeah.
I'll do a +5 for
Okay.
the inspiration.
All right, he passes. So what's going to happen is the area within 20 feet of you is right now difficult terrain. So we'll do a little zone. That's all difficult terrain. Okay, top of the round, Falbin.
I mean, the koi looks, they have come to fruition. Falbin kind of runs down these stairs here, gets a good line of sight of this behemoth, and he targets it. He targets it, as it were. Where is the hitboxes? Over there. Okay.
It's over there.
Yeah, sorry, it's a little confusing.
Yep, that's fine. And I'm gonna chuck my rebound at it.
Huck it at him.
Yeah, that is what needs. Other situation, quite questionable. So he has taken a turn at this point, so I don't get that advantage.
Yeah.
Is he considered within range of Theo?
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm.
19 to hit.
19 hits, so you will get sneak attack.
Damage. Good.
Quick question for Megas. What's the... Is it 30-foot radius of the sphere?
I upped it to 35.
Okay, so diameter-wise, it's 70 feet. Okay.
Yep.
28 damage.
28
from
damage. Yeah, you lodge the dagger. It's wild. Like as you throw it, it's almost like the dagger just disappears because of the size comparison. But you do see like a little flinch, like in the neck, where you're pretty sure you were aiming, and then when you return the dagger, it comes back to you. But just the scale of this thing is massive. Okay, are you throwing again?
No, I'm saving my bonus action as a potential reaction to use my Boots of Winding Path to do teleport shenanigans should I need to.
Fair.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna move back to where Jade is at.
Okay.
Roughly.
It's going to use a legendary action to make a perception check.
couldn't possibly perceive me.
Okay, Shade.
Alright, Shade will step up to the edge here.
One thing I wanted to circle on real quick. You did mention a layer action, and I didn't want to bring it up necessarily, but we did finish a round. Is that next round that's going to happen? Or?
It happens at the bottom of the round.
Okay.
So it happened after Theo's turn, and I've just made it visible in the encounter tracker.
Alright, well, since I'm not really in melee range for this thing, especially being, tethered. I guess I could technically get there. My echo could not quite get there. I'll still actually, I'll have my echo move another 10 feet. Just walking down invisible stairs over the water. Yeah. And so now I'm just I need to select this one.
I did confirm that difficult terrain does not stack. So this little Venn diagram between the water and the wind, it's difficult terrain. It's just the same.
Cool. I don't think that matters for my echo.
Right.
But good clarification. Yeah, I guess I'm still just using my composite longbow. So I will keep attacking. Situational bonus. Oh yeah, I do have that 1d4. 1d4. It's normal.
28. Yeah. Oh, a little arrow. You can see the arrow going all the way to it.
Normal.
So
all
half
right.
of that for 6. All right.
And my second attack. Oh yeah, hey, I can just do that. Cool.
Yeah, 20 hits.
All right.
Another 6.
Right.
Shade using a ranged weapon is so strange to me.
I know, it's weird.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
Nope, that will be my turn.
All right. After your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to fly its speed. So it is going to fly around the sphere towards our boy Magus.
I haven't done anything.
Uh-huh.
I'm innocent.
Khajiit is innocent of this
the
crime.
Consecrated fire coming from your soul. Oh, the mirror image!
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So that is its legendary action, Theagenes. I'm actually I'm gonna do this so it looks a little more like it's on you.
So it's the box, right?
It's the box.
Is,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So how? 1, 2,
So
3, 4.
it's coming at Magus hard and fast.
And how? Okay, I can't make it see the. I can't see the box. Can I
Oh, you can?
select it somehow? No.
It's kind of it's like right here.
Oh, it's that red.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm actually not that far from it.
Mhm.
If we measure. Okay. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Can I make that go away?
I got
I'm
it.
sorry, guy.
Oh, you
There.
got it. Cool.
I got it. I just controlled Z as a reaction.
Yeah, control.
Okay.
That's good.
I wonder if I can throw. No, I would have to do this as an action. Okay, am I within 60 feet of it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. No, it's so fast. It won't be useful. Dang, I should have done this earlier. But do I have any other rope with me? I guess I used my rope to tie myself up already. Oh, look at that beautiful divine art.
Isn't it amazing?
It's so radiant.
Oh, just look at this.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna try until I figure out what I want to do. I'm gonna try doing a mind sliver on this thing
Okay.
if I can find my spells.
Is that an intelligence save?
No. Sorry, I'm gonna
it's a
do
cantrip.
Silvery barbs.
It is a cantrip, and it is an intelligence save.
Yeah.
Silvery
Or sil-
barbs.
That's a different
Oh,
one.
that's the reaction. Sorry, I wanted to do the other one. Mind
Whenever
sliver.
Mind sliver. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So intelligence save. The DC is 16. It's gonna fail that. And so it takes what, 2d6 psychic damage and subtracts 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes. That's 9 psychic. Very cool. And it'll take a negative d4. So it's basically got Bane on its next saving throw. Sweet. Okay. Anything else?
Okay, so if there's any rope available, I'm gonna ask guys to throw me some rope if they've got it.
Falbin would chuck. Well, Falbin has rope. I don't know the interaction of I could give it to you.
Right. Does that count as an action, or is it a free item interaction?
Hold on. So I'm going to say it's not a free interaction because it's not already in Falbin's hand. You know, throwing a lever, opening a door, you're essentially doing 2 actions. You're grabbing a thing and throwing it. So I'd let you do it for a bonus action or an action, either one.
No, it's all right. I just have an idea in mind.
Okay.
But I might save it.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Megas.
Okay. As my bonus action, I'm going to activate the Amulet of Mitros. So it needs to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's a 31.
Okay.
This 250-foot wide boy is healthy.
Wait, did you subtract 4 from that?
Oh, sorry. 1d4. It's a 28.
Okay. You're welcome.
All right. In that case, I'm going to take the disengage action,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just come over here. It's like, hey, come in the bubble. It's nice in the bubble.
Valid. Okay.
It kills
I think
you.
that's I think that's my turn.
All right.
I'm actually gonna move just a little bit further down to there.
Okay. It's going to move its speed straight up. So it is now 120 feet up in the air. And it's Bulbug's turn. And Bulbug says, "Oh, you moved. Oh, man." And now it's its turn. And remind me that, I've made a decision on what its actions are, but remind me how the effect of Sickening Radiance works?
It's when you enter it.
Okay.
Or at the start of your turn.
Gotcha. Okay. It is going to. It flies straight up. It does like not a flip, but noses down, tucks the wings in, and like a peregrine falcon, Magus, it's coming straight at you.
Fuck.
And
Eugene is innocent of this crime.
and it is going to. You see it pass through the border of the sphere. So I'll go ahead and roll whatever it needs to roll now.
So it's a DC 18 Constitution throw.
Okay. Okay, that's a 16, so it's gonna fail.
Woohoo! All right. Can I pull this up there? All right. Damage. Let's see what that does. Is there anything I want to re-roll in that? No, I like all of those numbers.
31 radiant damage.
Yep.
To the face.
Yep.
And the brightly colored feathers on the neck sort of spark a light with this sort of radiant fire as it enters the sphere.
And it takes 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay, so it's going to have a -1 to attack rolls and saving throws. And it emits dim greenish light and 5-foot radius. So,
Yep. It can't hide.
That's the real kicker.
Radioactive, folks.
As it reaches you, Magus, it's going to make a beak attack. Sorry, a talon attack first. So, -1. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Miss.
You're going to take 22 slashing damage.
Okay.
You are grappled.
Fun.
It is going to rake you with its other foot. That is a 33, which is the 34 -1.
Yep, that hits.
For a total of 25 slashing damage.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the Constitution save for that first damage. Well, for both.
Yeah, for both of them. So that's 2 saves.
So you'll need an 11 and then a
12.
12. You are on its shit list.
First one.
Naughty list.
Okay, so you passed the first one.
Yeah.
Pass the second. Sphere stays up.
I'm holding on to this spell.
It rakes you with its second talon, and then it's going to come in for a beak attack.
What?
That is a total of 26. That's 27 -1 to hit.
No, it rolls a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it rolls a 3. Oh, you're interposing your
Yes.
okay. So it comes in with the beak, and it misjudges the distance, and it just Magus. This beak is about 20 feet long, as it just reaches around about to bite you, and it just instead digs into the wood that you're laying on, and misses. Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
So I took 47 points of damage.
Yeah. And then as its bonus action, it's going to powerfully flap its wings downward. Everybody within 10 feet, so that's Magus, Bullbug, Sprout, and Kyra. Within 10, Magus, Bullbug, Sprout, and Kyra are going to make a dexterity saving throws. Bullbug fails.
Nice.
There
it is.
hanging on.
Nice. I'm gonna move just for a second because I can't see. We'll try it, Sprout.
Big boy.
Kyra passes, flying colors, and Sprout fails the dexterity saving throw. Oh boy, you guys. Okay, so Magus, you succeeded. You are kind of in its claws, and you're away from the major effects of it. Kyra succeeded. Bullbug and Sprout are going to take some damage. They're going to take 35 bludgeoning damage as this wind just brutally knocks them into the surface. Sprout... Let's see, she has a total of... 36 damage would have outright killed her. She is knocked unconscious. And Bullbug... God, I can't select their tokens because it's just over top of everything. Bullbug takes 35 bludgeoning damage and is prone. Okay. That is its turn. Theo.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Get Sprout back up before the lair action happens.
It's coming soon.
Shoot her!
I was thinking about it, but I mean, Kyra can't do anything, right? For
She's
reaction,
she's not an initiative.
not even gonna do nothing. Caca. I'm gonna.
I mean, we've shouted instructions at Kyra in the past, and she's like done stuff based on those, just not like actually fighting in combat.
Yeah, I don't think we would be able to shout, "Resurrect!" I don't think she.
Resurrection's gonna take longer. She could stabilize maybe, or
But if I come over here and then I shoot her with a healing grenade, then that'll get her up.
Okay, you're gonna shoot Sprout with a healing grenade.
Yeah.
The rock seems to be concentrating on me. Can we shout at Kyra to like get Sprout to the other side of the nest, or just away from us?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna position this so that it also hits. Well, it's gonna heal everyone in this radius, so
Correct.
it's gonna heal the rock too.
But in the scope of things, I mean, it's not that much health.
I agree. Okay, get ready to take your damage.
Okay, the rock takes 6 healing points and goes back up to full. No, I'm just kidding.
So Magus, you'll get 6.
God, sorry, I gotta move him again. 6 for Bullbug, and Sprout has 6. Okay.
And
So
you
that's
don't
your...
care about no difficult terrain.
Nope.
Gonna come up here. I guess before that, because it would be my bonus action, I'd have the ballistic shoot.
Perfect.
So, skadoosh. Nope.
That's a 10. It's not gonna hit.
So Rue will do a... Ooh. Well, that'll push him straight into Magus. I don't think that would be a good one.
I mean, it's already grappling me in its talons.
Well, then maybe it would be. Repulsion breath. It's gonna be good.
Okay, so so Rue is flying in and hitting it with the force repulsion breaths. So that's a DC 12 strength throw. It rolled a 20 -1, or actually, is this minus the D4?
No, that was already used.
That was already used. Okay, so it still has 1 level of exhaustion. So that's a 19. So it's going to succeed.
Okay. So failed. It would have been pushed back 30 feet, but since it didn't, I guess nothing happened.
Right. Okay, anything else?
No, I think I've moved as far as I can with Theo's too. Yeah.
Okie dokie. With its legendary action, it's going to move its speed straight up in the air.
Do I get any opportunity to pull the slip knot as I'm being, I assume, like yanked by the torso?
So you see the rock begin to lift off, and you're like, oh boy! It's like when it's like in the Matrix whenever he's got the cable tied into the helicopter. Yeah.
This is gonna be bad.
Yeah. That's a free item interaction. So you see that coming, and you pull. So now you are no longer tied to the tree.
Correct.
And you rocket up 240 feet in the air.
Yay!
And it's lair action time, and it's actually too high up to do the particular lair action it was going to do. So we're back to Falvin. It's 240 feet straight up in the air. What are you doing?
The rule with potions is if you use them as a bonus action, you're rolling for it. Is that correct?
Healing potions.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk over to Sprout, and I'm going to apply a healing potion.
Yeah.
A greater healing potion.
And I'll move them because Theo gave the. If you want, where were you before, Falvin?
I was up here before.
Okay, they're running up. They're running up past you. So if you want to like do that while they're running past you.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I'm gonna do a potion
she's supposed to have
healing
6. There we go.
And healing and a roll.
Oh yeah, she's
14
back
more
up to
heal.
full now.
Okay, and then I'm going to
They keep going.
prepare an action for when the rock enters my range of attack for my rebound dagger, which I assume it's coming back. Maybe it's not.
We'll see. But you are
then
prepared
I will-
to
I
throw.
will
What is
attack it with my
the?
rebound dagger.
Is it 60 feet?
It is 90.
90. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. Shade.
All right. Well, this thing, I got many other options. Falbin took care of Sprout, which Shade would give Falbin a very appreciative nod.
Shade will remember this.
He will. He will. And so it's at disadvantage, but I'm still gonna keep firing the longbow.
Okay. Get 2 attacks.
I still get the 1d4. Still even at disadvantage.
12's a miss.
That miss. All right.
21. That's a hit.
Right. Damage.
Pretty consistently decent damage.
Yeah.
So you're
Chipping
taking
away at it
taking
little by
chips. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Probably better get into your tunnel fighter stance.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a
Uh-huh.
sick tunnel.
I'm gonna move
This is like an
My
inverse
echo.
tunnel, really.
over here.
Exactly.
There we go. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. As a legendary action, it is going to fly downward at
Speed.
It's going to fly downward at Theagenes. and it's going to pull up at the last second and send out a burst of displaced air in a 30-foot radius around itself. So that's going to be that's going to hit Shade, Falvin, and Theagenes.
Will it hit me?
No.
Hooray!
See, now you know what it's
you're so lucky.
Now you know what it was like for Falvin to be just, protected by the birds.
I thought you were gonna talk about the other guy who was turned into a pitiful creature, and we all laughed at him.
Oh, that, yeah.
I don't recall that.
So,
Yeah, probably for the best.
I'm going to need Theagenes, Falvin, and Shade to make strength saving throws. The DC is 23.
Oh.
Gross.
Easy.
And we get our bless is a 1d4 to that, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Falvin might be able to make this with that 1d4. Oh!
I'm gonna inspiration +5.
Okay, cool. Sweet. So you pass the save. Shade, I think you're gonna fail.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Theagenes,
I failed.
you failed. Okay, so for those who failed, you are pushed 10 feet back. So Shade and Falvin, you're gonna go over the edge and fall that 20 feet.
Passed.
Falvin passed, right?
Falvin
So
succeeded,
Shade,
yeah.
Shade, you're gonna get knocked back. I'm gonna reduce. We'll say you take just 1d6 of bludgeoning damage from the fall because you're landing in water. So that will be 5 bludgeoning damage from the fall. From the wind itself, you are going to take more than that. 15 bludgeoning damage for those who failed, and 7 for those who succeeded. Did Theagenes fail that as well?
Yep.
Okay. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, so you almost went over the edge, but you're good. Okay, so that's its legendary action, and it is now it's now 30 feet above the ground.
Does that trigger my attack?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Then I do that.
17 hits.
And Magus is thankfully
Yeah, you
quite
get sneak
close to
attack.
it.
I'm gnawing on its leg.
Not quite like
Magus, he's
chicken.
helping!
21 damage.
Total of 21 damage. Very nice. Megas, you're in the best possible place you could be.
Am I?
Hit it from the inside.
So Shade and Theagenes, you're both prone, but Theagenes, it's your turn.
So I have to use what, half my movement to get up?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to get up.
I think I will.
I would.
A reminder that any form of magical healing will automatically get me 16 hit points in addition to whatever the magical healing does.
Hey, you make sure you had that when I shot you with the thing.
I think that was normal healing. It has to be a spell.
Well,
Wait,
like
so
a
what
unit.
happened?
Artificers is magic. It's just the way it's implemented is different, right?
Sorry.
No, because things like healing potions don't do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I used to make it. So
Right.
makes sense.
Just put
Megan-
that out there.
Megas calmly asked for magical healing.
Yep.
Wait, I'm sorry. What are the conditions? I have to cast a spell on you, or
If it is a healing spell, I get bonus healing from it.
I don't know healing spells.
Well,
He's a death
Go
guy.
Father.
the cleric are.
He's gone anyways. Don't
I'm a
worry about
warlock.
And that
I-
sounds like a you problem.
Okay, let's see here.
So you stood up.
I could make it so that if it hurts you it would also be marginally hurt. Would you like that?
Absolutely. Revenge!
I think it would just be best if you did whatever most powerful thing you can against it.
Okay. So you said it's 30 feet above me. Yes,
Yes.
it's not reachable. All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh. I'm not well spec'd for this. I'm going to try Rowltham Psychic Lance again.
Okay.
Okay, it's saying I don't, but I do, because it took one off for when I supposedly cast Silvery Barbs, but I didn't.
Okay.
So I can't. How do I get myself?
Is there a checkbox that says like expend spell slot when you go to cast it, or can you uncheck that? Here, I'll fix it. So I'll just give you one more spell slot. There you go. Have fun.
Thank you. Yay! There we go. Cast.
Do DM magic.
Yay!
Okay, so oh god, Spirit of Death.
Wait,
is
that was Spirit of Death. No. I'm not doing Spirit of Death. I'm doing Rowltham Psychic Lance.
So let me give you your spell slot back. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I did it. Or I thought I did. Boom.
And there we go. Psychic Lance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions. Wow. That's crazy.
If it fails.
It's crazy. Okay, so intelligence save. And by the way, it has been at least one round since the last time it did its like saving throw like thing. So it might choose to pass this. Just so you know.
Sure.
Let's see. So intelligence saving throw. Yep, it's going to choose to pass. So it's going to take base 25 damage plus whatever the psychic damage is.
Okay, I will roll for damage.
Hey, it's under half health now.
Yay!
Hey.
Normal.
Whew.
27.
Damn. Okay, that's 52 damage essentially from casting that spell.
Takes half damage.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So plus what? 14 back or 13 back?
14 back.
Okay, gotcha. Still super solid damage wise. Anything else?
No. I shot.
Okay.
Sorry. At Vegas.
Are we getting any aid from Io at any point in this?
Nope. Megas.
Dang. Okay. If I were to try to escape from its grapple, that would be a strength check, right? As my action?
Strength or acrobatics, I believe. Oh, hold on. I think it actually depends on the creature. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained. FIB end grapple.
I also forgot to use my temporary hit points, so I just went up a bit.
Neat. Sorry.
Neat.
Okay, yeah.
You'll fucking die soon.
To try to break the grapple, you'll make an athletics or acrobatics check opposed by the grappler's athletics check.
I don't think I have a good chance of that going well for me.
I mean, its strength is in the double digits.
Yes.
Yeah. 87.
It needs a lot to move those 200-foot long wings.
Sure does.
So instead, I'm going to use my bonus action to drink a health potion.
Okay.
So I'm rolling for that, right?
Let me just double check because you are restrained. Let me see what all that does. Okay, no, you're not. You can still use your hands and stuff.
Yep. So bonus action rolling for hit points.
Yes.
Okay. That's not what I wanted to do.
Slash R. Look at that.
Not bad.
You're just having fun up there.
I would like everyone present to know that I am currently at 41 hit points.
Hey, congratulations.
Well done.
And I'm going to look up at it and I'm going to say, on the contrary, I've got you, and I cast Fireball.
Okay. All right. And you can you can bend that around yourself.
Yeah, or I mean just like cast it far enough above myself that
Yeah.
it hits it, but not me. Like it's
Okay. Yeah. So it's like up behind it, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cast you Fireball, and it will roll a Dexterity save.
Yep.
It fails a Dexterity save.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's cooler to just bend it around yourself and just explode if it's grabbed.
Yeah. So
this is a charge that I might need later.
the rock.
Wait, I'm going to. Well, I'm going to be altering the damage. So
Okay.
what are you planning on doing?
Oh no, I was just describing what was happening so far.
Okay.
So
I'm going to re-roll the 1 and the 3 and the 2. So I'm subtracting 3, and so it's 30 plus. So it's 36 damage. Fire damage.
36 fire damage. Yeah, the rock that had Magus flies straight up in the air and then dive bombs back down, blasting air out around it, knocking Theagenes and Shade away. And then Magus is able to quaff a potion and then, detonate it essentially from around himself. Cool. Bullbug. Does he have a? He doesn't have a javelin. He'll run up to the stairs in case later. And
He grabs the Falbin and throws him like a javelin.
Falbin says, "Finally!"
I mean, do you want him to?
Sure.
Hell yeah!
I like to think it's more of a dart situation.
Are you still tethered? Do you still have the rope around you?
I mean, I hope Bullbug's not that dumb, but
Well, you're only going 30 feet up in the air.
Yeah, the rope is
we
50
be able to
feet.
yank him back.
There's 50 feet.
We want to be able to yank him back like
We'll say this:
like a javelin.
Bullbug has multi-attack, so he can in one attack chop the rope and then throw you. If you want that to happen.
I mean,
Do you want to Shadow of the Colossus this?
what does that? What does that mean?
You'll be on top of
what is
it.
it?
You'll have advantage on attacks against it. It won't be able to melee attack you, but you'll be up in the air, with it.
Yeah, you mean try to ride it with, my horrible strength. You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, you're the ground
There
guy.
it is. There it is.
Yeah.
And he says, "Trust me," and he chops the rope with his axe, picks you up, and hucks you. And so let's see. Make an athletics check. I'm gonna give you advantage on it.
Okay, I'm gonna need it.
You need 17.
Ooh. Wait.
As a check,
This is a check.
for Potion of Heroism, you add a 1d4.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
That's an 18. You pass. You catch the leading edge of the wing and sort of like Legolas getting on the horse style, flip onto the back, and you are now on the back of this massive bird.
I I would like to take a moment and appreciate the fact that it was the potion of heroism
Yeah,
that made this possible.
it really was. It really was.
Get yours at your nearest convenience store.
Yep. 2-for-1 special right now.
Bulldog says, "Have fun," and then it's the Rock's turn. The Rock is seeing you, Magus, do shenanigans. So it's gonna fly. It's gonna fly straight up. It is it's 150 feet in the air because it was 30 feet in the air, and it is going to make. It's gonna make attacks at you, and it does have advantage because you are grappled.
Daniel, I thought you were just gonna say, so it squeezes and you die.
I mean, we can flavor it like that because it makes.
Yeah. I mean, however he dies, it's the same, right? It's squeezing, punctured. It's
So
usually like a stress ball.
So that's going to be 2 talon attacks and a beak attack, all of which are at advantage.
Wow.
Been nice knowing you guys.
So
Well, you got 41 health.
that's a 31
Yep.
on the first talon attack, and a 20 on the second.
Does this guy have like
okay.
a minimum 20 for his attacks?
So that is a total of 44 slashing damage.
Unconscious.
Okay. It's going to hit you with the beak. At advantage. That's 27. Actually, it's a crit since it's
Yeah.
um
Oh boy.
since you're at 0.
Since I'm at 0. Yep.
What's your max HP?
My max HP is 60.
This is 64.
No!
Question.
Yeah.
Because it did an attack at advantage, at an automatic crit attack, because I was unconscious, would that instead count for 2 death saving throws?
I mean, yes, it would, but also overflow damage, like massive damage, that's still in effect. So, if say this did 61 damage, you wouldn't have negative 61 damage and 2 death saving throws. You just have 2 death saving throws. But because this does go over your maximum HP, that rule kicks in.
Did you take the potion of heroism, Magus?
Yes.
I think you already factored that in.
Did you already count
Yep,
the
already
temporary?
factored it in.
Okay.
Did you -1 on all those attacks?
I thought massive damage was a single attack.
The critical hit on the beak is a single attack.
Oh, so the single attack. Okay.
64
the beak
damage.
itself is
Yep.
64. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
But yeah.
Magus is dead.
So after harassing it and keeping your friends safe for a good amount of time, it decides that it has finally had enough and rips into you and chomps, crunching most of your bones, and it's going to let you drop. Theo.
Well, it got dark.
The spirit orb drops.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Yeah, Magus's bleeding corpse is falling from the sky.
Yeah. In honor of him, I think I'm gonna do Scorching Ray.
Okay.
How far is he?
Currently, well, actually,
150 feet in the air.
well, when you drop instantly, right?
Oh, yep.
I'll let anybody who's near, if you want to try to give a reaction to like catch him, you can do that. So like Falbin and Theagenes, I'll give Bullbug a shot as well.
on the back
top
of the. Yep.
Bullbug is going to rush in. Bullbug is going to rush in. And I'm gonna say he catches you. I mean, you are still busted.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
You're dead. You're dead. You're literally dead.
Yeah.
And but he catches you. And Theo, yeah, what were you doing?
So he's 150 feet, so the only thing I can do is musket.
19 hits for 16 piercing. Okay.
Just gonna unload on this fiend,
10's a miss.
and then Bru's gonna. Well, that's gonna be out of range. Pinion Storm is only 60 feet, so he can't do anything. He'll come down. Move over here. Yep. That's me.
Okay. The lair action this round. The rock is. Those of you that can see its face see. You saw intensity, you saw anger before, and now there's a bit of satisfaction, as much as you can see in a bird. But Falvin, you're still on the back of it. I forgot.
Yes.
And it is going to start to beat its wings in like a like an artful, swirling manner, and it's going to create a visual pattern in the air. Everyone who can see it, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. I'm going to say, Falvin, you are not going to need to do this.
Okay.
Oh, great.
So I assume I'm gonna see it.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's everybody.
Wisdom save. I'm pretty not wise. I'm gonna use a luck. And I'm gonna an inspiration to add 5. Or actually, I'll use Flash of Genius instead.
Okay. Yeah. That's a pass. I think Bullbug fails. Shade. Do you want to modify that at all?
No, I think I'm going to let it lie.
Okay. Anybody who fails the wisdom saving throw is charmed, and while charmed, you are incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
What is the number you need?
The number is 16.
Okay.
So basically, you can't take actions or reactions, and your speed is 0.
Theo, did you add your potion of heroism to your saving throw?
I didn't, but I passed already with my Flash.
Yeah, he's
of
got his
Genius
Flash
and-
Genius.
Oh, right, sorry.
Okay, Falvin.
I mean, there is a flash of contorted rage that just twists the visage of Falbin's face as he sees Magus's body drop. And he, in his one hand, takes his soul prism and just plunges it for all it's worth into the back of this cursed bird's head.
Okay, you have advantage on your attack. $28. Yeah, that'll hit. I'm gonna give. Yeah, you have advantage, so you get sneak attack.
That is true.
Total of 23 damage. All right.
And I'm gonna take my bonus action to hit him again.
Okay. 20
The
hits. 13.
And that's it.
Okay. After your turn, it is it's gonna dive at Shade, and like right here, and it's going to pull up at the last second. It is gonna be at ground level, but it's gonna send out a blast of air. Strength saving throw from Shade. Yeah, just Shade.
Right.
28. Yeah. You brace yourself against this wall and you resist it. So you'll take you're gonna take 7 bludgeoning damage. But you stand firm and it is your turn.
I'm charmed, so I assume I
Right.
can't. Oh, come on, stop.
I forgot.
So
I forgot that
I
you were
assume I
charmed.
can't do anything on my turn, but I can still re-roll the save at the end of my turn, right?
Let's see. Trance Wings becomes charmed until the end of the rock's next turn.
Okay. So then that's my turn.
Okay.
I can't do anything.
Oof.
I can't move, and I can't take any actions. So
This may not work with the rules, but we're gonna go with it this time. If you want to prepare to attack it once you are free from the charm with your reaction, I'm cool with that.
I would love to.
Okay. That may be totally against the rules. We may never use it again, but I feel like it's fair right now. Diogenes.
I am tapped for spells. How far is it?
It's on the ground next to Shade. So from you, 15 feet.
Oh, good. I am running right up to it, and I'm gonna hit it with my spear.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Is this the first time this spear's gotten used in melee combat?
No, I used it. I've used it before.
Oh, okay.
I think against that creature, the beholder thing.
Right.
Oh, that wasn't you. That was the nothing.
Yeah. So try not.
He didn't
don't
have
take
a
credit.
spear.
Don't take credit for what others did.
Okay, did that come in? All right, so I will attack.
23. Absolutely hits.
Mm-hmm. And that, I guess roll for damage on that first. And then
7. Magical.
And then I will attack again.
That was
No,
a
that's
D6.
the damage roll.
Mhm.
Sorry. I'll attack again using the bonus. Damn.
20. Nice.
Okay, and damage roll is...
I mean, we can use that 5 unless you...
We'll use the 5, yeah.
Okay.
And then I don't think I can do... I think that's it.
Okay, cool. All right. Magus' turn.
Yeah.
Bullbug has caught you, and I mean you're dead. But what Bullbug sees is your broken body begin to disintegrate.
What?
The hell?
And in a few seconds, your body turns to dust in Bullbug's hands.
What?
It's the rock's turn.
Did you just Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Are you
Rock-
one with the midichlorian?
Like, little did we know, but the rock's beak is actually a disintegrate spell.
No.
The rock is going to it's going to attack Shade.
Cool.
26 to hit and a 25 to hit. Yep. Sorry, 25 and 24.
Yep.
So that's a total of 61 damage. And then he's going to hit you with the beak attack, 21 to hit.
Oh no.
Wait, just a second.
Or sorry, 20 to hit because of his -1 exhaustion.
Let me just one second. Let me make sure. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool.
Unfortunately, I think that when the spell ends, the levels of exhaustion end as well.
Well,
Oh, it's a bad
Wait.
time to say that.
you know what?
Take that back.
There's enough hurt being put on you guys. I'm gonna keep that exhaustion for another few seconds. So
'Cause if it's a 20, that it meets it beats. So that's my AC. So
oh, I thought your AC was 21.
it actually, let me double check. It's saying I have 2 sets of armor on, so it might be incorrect. What is the?
I was pretty sure it was 21 because you got the +1 armor from
Yeah.
or the Umber Hulk +1 armor, which is 19 AC, and then I don't know what else do you have AC from.
+1 from me enchanting his armor.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess it is 20.
Yeah, it's 20. Yep.
Okay.
If I was wearing a different helm, it would be 21.
So that's
but
29 more
it's-
piercing damage, and it's going to drop you down to 0.
Yep.
Was Bullbug's turn just watching me disintegrate?
I guess he can. Yeah, you're dust. He can run over and attack. Yeah. Sorry. He was. I was distracted because he was distracted. He's gonna run in and he's gonna gore the bird with his horns first. And 17 to hit does hit. So he's gonna hit the rock for 18 piercing damage, and then he's gonna go to work with his great axe twice. Normally he only gets 2. I'm gonna give him a third for fun. Both hits, doing a total of 37 slashing damage. The rock is very, very low.
Oh.
Theo.
Finish it, cousin.
For Magus!
This pile of dirt speaking to me?
Wow.
Well, I know he always wanted to be cremated. So.
That's not true. I wanted to live forever.
Hey, you're not here to dispute it! Scorching Ray! Let's go. In honor of Magus, let's do it. Okay, so do I have to roll for each of these?
Yep.
Yeah, 3. It's 3 ranged attacks. Look at that animation. Oh, that's so cool. 3 hits with the scorching rays. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Not incredible on those first 2 damage rolls. Okay, so that's total of 17 fire damage. He's still up.
Then
Where's Ballista?
the old Ballista. Finish him off, Ballista! That would be so funny.
Oh, 9 isn't gonna do it. I mean, do you have any
Okay,
luck points or
Rue-
anything?
Rue is gonna come in
Okay.
with lightning breath.
Okay, so that's a dex save. That's a 25 on the save.
Son of a
I think it's
save.
still a half damage, right?
I'd have to read it real quick. Lightning. Each creature in line must make a 12. Take on a fail. Half damage.
Half
on
damage.
success.
Okay, so half of 17 rounded down is
8.
Yeah. It is still up.
Son of a.
For the Force Ballista, did you have a luck point or anything that you could re-roll?
I do have a luck point. And
Just
yes,
okay.
I would like to.
25. All right. How do you finish the Dragon Slayer rock?
Oh man, this thing is just like, I'm going to destroy this rock, and it focuses right between the right as the bird opens its mouth to go caw, it shoots a javelin straight through the upper part of its mouth and into its brain.
Oh, just like exploding out the back of the skull.
Yeah.
Falvin,
means it, right?
As it's making a triumphant screech that it just killed Magus.
oh man. Okay, and the rock is down. And we are out of combat.
Heal Shade.
Yeah, Shade will need healing. I'm gonna say that like between all you guys, it's okay. Kyra can get to you, and the rock dies. I'm gonna make.
Whoa, that's a big skull.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna move him a little bit so we can see everything. Okay, so as the radiant fire consuming the nest of the chicks, the rock chicks, burns behind you, you guys notice that Magus is nowhere to be found.
Can I cast Speak with Dead?
On,
Magus?
I think there has to be a
speak
corpse.
Yeah, or like some kind of jaw to speak back.
So the answer is no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stabilize Shade with my healer's kit. Then I'm gonna pour a potion of healing down his throat.
Woo!
Kyra's like running over, like scroll in hand. Like, where's Magus? Where's Magus? Let's heal him. Where is he?
Do you want to roll for points, Greg?
I think you just get the 10 because it's an action.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Falbin's gonna be kind of looking around like, where is he?
Did his body fall off the side?
You see Bullbug like sitting on the ramp, like slumped over, head between his knees, kind of like shaking his head.
Well, Bug, did you see something?
I caught him. He's just gone. And you look down and there's just like dust all over his hands and arms.
You're saying he turned to dust?
I didn't do it. I
know. I pat his arm. I believe you. Anybody know what might have happened?
Should that be where we end?
What do you think, Daniel?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, was that?
I feel like that's a good enough cliffhanger.
Yeah. Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Magus turns to dust. All right. Catch us next week for the exciting conclusion. Cool. So, all right. Everybody levels up except Magus, of course. You know. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody levels up. All right. Cool. Well, GG, guys. You solved my bird puzzle.
Did we?
Some of us did.
Love that. Love that. What should we name this one?
Ashes
dust
to
we
ashes?
all return.
Ooh. Oh, that's pretty optimistic, don't you think?
I like ashes to ashes.
Ashes to ashes.
We burned the nest.
Oh,
and
oh.
dusted body.
Ooh.
That's
You're gonna
good.
think it's about point A, but it's really about point B.
That's really good. Oh, okay. Yeah, ashes to ashes it is. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Pretty tough fight. Any shout outs for cool moves or anything you liked?
I thought it was cool how Magus disappeared to dust. Thought that was a pretty cool move.
There can be only one cousin. One gifted
There's only
one.
one, the gifted.
Boy.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Paulman, we just found that we have an extra dragon egg now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it all worked
Sorry,
out.
I couldn't resist.
Get your licks in. No, y'all should be sad. Magus is gone. He's deleted.
Yeah, he's deleted.
Deleted. I mean, tactically, very, very cool and smart. I mean, because really,
What?
well, oh, sorry, Magus kept the rock from hitting most of you guys for a long time.
Right.
Well, yes,
Yep.
but a mage is not meant to be a tank.
Well, I think we figured that out today.
We have thoroughly tested that hypothesis and
Yep.
found it to be well supported.
Pretty
Falvin-
bad showing.
Falvin would also like to submit that maybe Ultraya shouldn't come to the boss layers.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that happened, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was literally 1 HP away from. That happened with Demetria too. Literally 1 HP from fully dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been thinking through, like, because I had other ideas of things I might have wanted to do that last turn that I had, but I think that this is the inevitable result of when you have a rock focus firing on the squishiest member in the party.
Basically, I mean, yeah, it's like it's hunter.
Nah.
You know,
Yep.
but they're also relatively intelligent compared to other beasts. So I mean, you know it. And who knows? Who knows? There's stuff you don't know about this rock yet. So,
Until we cut it
the
open.
only thing,
yeah.
yeah. The only thing I was thinking about doing was like using Dimension Door to get out of its claws and right back underneath the orb.
I
But
thought
think
you were going to
it
do
still
that.
would have, yeah. But I think it still would have come for me, and I don't think I would have been able to like resist those attacks, even if they weren't an advantage.
Maybe, I don't know.
No.
We'll never know.
And I think it still had another turn after that in the combat. So
Yeah, I mean, if it had gotten into melee and you were close enough to shade for him to do a sentinel attack, that might have worked.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah, it seemed eerily good at staying out of my melee range.
well, I mean, you were kind of dead underneath the sphere for most of the time. The only time it risked going in there was because it was like I gotta get him out of there. So
Yeah.
if the sphere had been brought down, probably would have let Magus go and then come after one of you guys on the ground too. But or maybe not let him go, but like it wouldn't have focus fired so much. It was just like, hey, you're in the way of me killing everybody. So
Interesting. So like its perception was that it knew that I was the one keeping the spell up?
yeah.
Huh.
Rocks be rocking.
Like I said, there's stuff about this rock that you don't know yet.
Yeah. It's not got stones for brain.
And yeah, so like I don't want you to think that I just suddenly made it super smart in combat. Like
Right,
this is a very premeditated monster here.
I
Side on
apologize. I apologize if you mentioned it, but did the consecration fire stop when Magus dusted?
No, that's self-sustaining. Yeah.
Okay.
And really
Well,
it was
that's-
more Shade's ritual anyway.
That's all that matters, anyways.
I mean,
So-
not that it matters, but but it's, you know, those 5 rock chicks and that 1 rat are, you know, still going.
And the
I was
24,000
up there
gold.
like, what the heck is this rat?
I was like, thanks.
Just what I always wanted.
You get 1 HP.
I just want to point out no one expected those rats were going to be useful.
There we go. We learned something. Oh man.
Scientific progress.
We haven't had a full on like, I mean, besides Rue that one time, like since episode 1, right?
Yeah.
No, since the old wood fallen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Falvin.
that wasn't a battle.
It
that-
wasn't in combat though.
Yeah, that doesn't
That's
count.
true.
Yeah, it wasn't combat because it was
Yeah.
slow, premeditated, and painful.
Yeah. It involved a lot more pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't
Uh-huh.
count.
Well, you know, it's bound to happen.
We've had a couple people knocked down.
That's
but-
true. That's true.
We probably can't play next week or the following week, right? So we're gonna have to wait like 3 weeks to figure out what happened. to
Yeah,
Magus,
it
right?
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Bastards.
No, I did want this to be one of, if not the hardest combats that we've had so far. Just like, you know, and I think it was.
I think
Um,
tactically we learned at least 3 things we shouldn't do next time.
What's that?
Well, for one, Sprout
Yes.
needs at least considered differently. For 2,
Yep.
like we could have tactically prepared a little bit better. Like if we'd started off with a hut, we could have been camouflaged and attacked at surprise and had a
We
surprise
had
round.
ropes. What more could you ask for?
Right. I mean, nothing else. There's nothing else that we could have done.
Yeah, you don't need anything more than that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, we had enough time and knew that we were going to be fighting a flying creature. We could have gotten like more ranged weapons, maybe delivered from the boat or something.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot
Yeah.
of like, it's really far away.
Well, because I was also prepared for the event. Like, if you guys decided, you know what, let's actually fight this from the Ultros. Like, I wasn't gonna suggest it, but I was prepared for if you did want to do that. You know,
Yeah.
But this was, you know,
This
thematically
was better.
juicy.
This was better.
It was.
Yeah. Let's see. And actually, the fact that the sphere was up, it did mean that it wasn't really able to get into a position to knock you guys off nearly as easily, because it couldn't get right above you. If it was going to push you anywhere, it was going to push you closer into the sphere. So that was one thing that, you know, ended up working in your favor. But yeah. So very smart having the Keladone out there as a backup. Yeah,
Smart to have us use ropes.
very smart.
Yep.
Yeah. It's big, you know, and it hits hard, but you guys did an insane amount of damage to it before it like started laying into you.
Yeah, before it started attacking, I was feeling pretty confident about things.
Yeah, I mean, I was feeling a little worried. I mean, worried that it would come across as underwhelming, right? You know, like, ended up not feeling that way, I think.
No,
But
I don't think it
initially I was like,
that way at
oh,
all.
they're going to be like, wow, this was a chump, you know, and then I was going to have to throw a sea serpent at you or something. Like,
And then it regurgitates a sea serpent.
Sea serpent jumps out of the water right here and lands next.
yep. It's got
Apparently, the center of the tree is entirely hollow, goes all
yeah.
the way down to the ocean.
I mean, it's on its character sheet. It has a 1,000 foot jump. Like it's just
Yeah.
there. Like that's just how
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
do that.
It says at DM's discretion, add X to whatever height jump
Yeah.
this needs to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Upon the rock's approach, I cast Control Air and remove a 100-foot cube of air.
What would that? It's like, oh wow, look at that! This feather and this rock fall at the same speed.
Well, it wouldn't be able to fly anymore. It goes into a vacuum, and so it would plummet 500 feet.
Oh well, you know, that's pretty smart.
The spell does not exist.
It does not control air. That's good.
It should.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hit stop record and upload it, and we can talk some more after. But thanks for joining as I killed my player.
Hooray.
I don't love what I do. Well, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. I didn't. Anyway, bye.